I mean, they can do that. So we need now to get them incorporated in some other things in our lives that we need. Because they're very handy with their hands. But putting in this hair and pulling out your own hair should not be something that they do. Because they wanted to have long hair. Genetically, they have hair that complements their body. We've been mixed up a little bit more over here, so our hair grows longer. Alright, based on where we're at and genetically how we've been grown, we have more hair on our head than the sisters in Africa. But they want to have more hair based on the Europeans. So now we have to teach them because they're coming over here with the wrong idea. They think we want to be white-like. And they are taking off their African clothes and wearing these tight jeans, African butt stuck in flat European cut jeans, okay? And they want to look like, I don't know, they draw the eyebrows way up here somewhere. And if they're going to wear makeup, it's 2 shades lighter than their real skin. Okay? We have to stop and try to teach them. Because if they're coming here, and a lot of them are not allowed to come to the country, the women out of the country, and the men are not bringing them because the men ideally get here under somebody else's visa and or marry somebody from here. Okay? But once they get here, we need to talk to them because they can come here and get sick from eating the same food. They don't need to be Burger King Genos and stuff, but they don't know who we are and they don't know how we cook. And most of our women don't cook. So another sign that we need to look at is we're not cooking at home no more. And most women like to cook for men. They cook for men before they cook for their children. They feed the men more than they feed their children. Is that right? It used to be based out of respect. And then it got based out of fear. You have to give him more on the plate to satisfy him because you ain't want him coming down on you. So you give your kids some pork and beans and franks, and you put this big old piece of meat and steak and potatoes and all this stuff in the plate for him. Stop it. It's fake. Don't give him none of it. Okay? Sometimes we eat out of a really big bowl in our house. A lot of times we eat with our hands. You know, you kind of know each other. And that's a trust, that's a hygiene, and that's another way to share. And you have to be patient. Because eating at the same bowl makes you hungry. And makes you cognizant of somebody's fingernails. And who was in the bathroom last. You know? So you have to know that you have to teach your children, your grandchildren, everybody else, you got to wash your hands. So they understand why people from Africa use their right hand to eat and their left hand to clean and cook and do other things that's dirty. That's another reason for stuff. But right now our men need to, if they want to eat a lot, then buy a lot. Don't come to eat and then get up and go home. Alright, and get some more food from somewhere else. Most women like to please their men. It's just the nature of women to nurture that gets us into that realm of submission. So when the European male looked at us, I mean, they've written scriptures on black women. They smell better. I was reading some of the journals of Magellan, okay, and Christopher Columbus. They talked about the black woman's skin, how beautiful it felt in their hands, how nice it smelled, and they were disease-free. Talk about us. They said that, yes, they said they were captivated. Yes. The Cauldron Ballroom, Louisiana, St. Louis, New Orleans. That was that whole mix of the African race that came up to be called the mulattoes. Those men married their daughters, left their wives, brought up the children from the black woman, and then married into their daughters. Now how, the epitome of trying to be perfect, to get with something from you, and we call it incest. Okay? I can understand what they consider to be breeding, okay? It doesn't mean it's right. It doesn't mean it's right, but we deal with possession. And we were still considered possessions. So your father could cleave into the door and get another baby. And push his white wife off to the side and his white children. And he's still trying to reach perfection. So this 4 generations of us here don't read about this kind of stuff. Okay, that they spent time and energy trying to get with the black nation of women. And it took the men to separate them on purpose. So whenever you have interracial marriages, watch the European male with his black woman. He is uptight like hell when there's a strong black male in that crowd. He's watching her like a hawk because he knows there's all kind of chemistry. He knows there's an inherent pull. He knows there's a genetic makeup that's pulling her. And she's trying to be all, you know. And she might truly like or love this European male. But you can't deny the chemistry between black people and black people. You can't. And that's one reason why those relationships, they only last in areas, in towns, and cities where it's more European than black. Because once black men start coming, that man is moving his family up out of there. He is not going to stay there with young black males growing up. It's not going to happen. After high school, he do not want his daughters around those black men. Because that same black male will be pulled by that European woman. You saw in the news that teacher who got that, 14-year-old brother and had a baby by. Now wait a minute. She's 30-something years old and he's 14.
All right.
What was she thinking about? Okay, now flip the script and you get a brother in his 50s and he get a young girl 17, 18.
Oh, no.
You understand the difference? But it's being done every day. These young girls run away, don't have any money, don't have no place to stay. It's usually an older man that can put them up, take them in. 25 years they're seniors, 30 years they're seniors. Okay, but if a woman do it, okay, let's say my age, 40s, get a young male 18 to 19, what the hell was Ruth thinking about? She need to be kicking her ass. I don't want nothing that's too slow. I don't want nothing that can't run and jump. I don't want anybody that's energy is lower and slower than mine. Because I would burn out inside trying to compensate for my loss. My loss. So it doesn't make sense. Women know what I'm talking about. Because y'all be just accepting stuff. You mean, well, he be a nice, sweet man, but sometimes your energy be raging. And he be like this. So you get, yeah. And you be like, what is juice, darling? And I don't mean old in age. I'm talking about in your mind, went to school, went to college, got a job, and you think that's it. No. You sit in front of that TV and you watch the game. Football, them brothers be exciting me. Just the phenomenal, just the way their bodies go. Okay? Playing basketball, throwing it over here, catching it again, throwing it to the they working here. And no talking. Zoom, bang, bing, bang, can get all it. That's glorious. If I was a European, I'd be mad and scared too. To have somebody here to vibe like that, non-verbal. Jump up, fake it, give it to the other brother, give it back, put it on his leg, turn around, here, catch it over here again, give it to his brother, and they got all kind of working mechanisms and never, ever, ever foul up. Physics, to be able to stand in a certain place and hit that ball in that hoop, that's physics. That right there is projecting an object at a certain speed, at a certain time. That's spaceship. That's rocket ship. That's propulsion. We got all that incorporated all in there, and you want to run around, sit them little boys behind the desk in the classroom. He got to raise his hand to go to the bathroom. He got to raise his hand to go out to lunch. He got to raise his hand to go to recess. How do you do that to a male child? He can't sit there but half an hour. And you should put the lively stuff up for the day. 10, 11 o'clock in the morning, you watch little children. You understand? Give them that math then. Give them that math. Give them that chemistry. Then let them go play. Then bring them back, give them something like to eat. Then give them some music. Music appreciation, stuff to make them go to sleep. And they go to sleep hearing the finest of music. Okay, my kids be putting on stuff from the 60s and 50s because I got it from my mother. So they know music that some of y'all was not even thinking about. And then you hear children repeating stuff. 30 years over them, 40 years over them. I know my grandchildren repeat music that's 40 and 50 years over them. And then after that I went to sleep and you get them up, then you do total recall, quiz, colors. That's how we have to do. You have to deal with male children different than female children because they're not the same. We have to understand. They are not like us. Certain ways they are and in certain other ways, they need to be climbing and hanging upside down. Europeans call us monkeys. That's not the monkey in us. That's the freedom. That's the ability to fly. That's the ability to just create from all kind of environments. And you got to run till you get tired. So you see brothers traveling in packs going to play basketball. right? They impact. You ever watch the pack of dogs? They go and get their friends. I watch them. 2 or 3 be here. They go on down the street, get 2 or 3 more. Then they go here and pick them up. And when they come back down the street, it's 5 or 6 dogs. Going to do what? Going across town. They going out of these territories, going across town. Men travel and work like that when they're young. Puberty. So you can send them on a mission. Your son's coming out, like, want to go to the store? They just came from the store. You go to the store 3, 4, 5, 6 times under the age of 19. They just keep going to the store because they got to be out there. My, you need something from the store. When they get around 21, 22, 23, look, I'm getting ready to go to the store and anybody want anything. Because I ain't going back. Right? And then when you get older, you sit there and say, I want somebody to go to the store for me. Different stages in your life. And what they did with us as a people, they caught us in the stage of wanting to be. 60s and 70s, wanting to be, have a house, have a community, go to college. Okay? They caught us. Because we came from carpenters. We came from plumbers. I remember people my father's age and older. Anything broke, man, they could call their brother Ben down the road, he'd come and fix it.
That's right.
We didn't have to call Garden State, nobody. You had a leak in your house, they fixed the plumbing, they fixed the wall, fixed the roof. You gave a big old piece of food. He sat there and talking about the old days, went to sleep, his wife called him on the phone, and you get him up and she come get him. That's not happening anymore. Cement and making steps. So our symbols of power, gone. Our symbols of power that represent the power from our men, gone. These young brothers, they ain't doing all that masonry no more. And the ones who doing it, they're going to use second-hand equipment, second-hand supplies, don't finish the job, put the stuff up their nose, don't come back, and your stuff's still leaking, and they trying to say they don't know what happened, they did everything right. Okay, we are shortchanging ourselves. So now we get with the Christmas tree, another triangle, okay, the vaginal triangle here, the male triangle here, okay, 1 point down, 1 point up, we'll go around, we'll come around. When we understand the connection between us, genetically, the X, the X, and the Y, we're having more babies born now with 3 X's. That's females who can't have children. Real thick neck. Yeah. Chunky fingers. Able body. That's your Xena. See that European on TV doing all that wondrous stuff? The lesbian community loves her. She kicking men's ass.
Sure.
She fighting them, beating them up. I mean, she be fighting for hours and don't get no bruises. She don't bleed. Okay, she don't cry. She don't hurt. And then she got the other little girl going with her. Now, who do you think that girl is? Okay, and our children want to imitate this thing. Right? We have to look at these images. Superman, he's crippled now, he can't do nothing.
Right.
I mean, some people are now realizing this was a real man. He wasn't so super, he paralyzed. Okay? So now, we're getting into some other symbols like, oh, I didn't know he could get hurt. I didn't know he was not really, falling in love and having sex. Now that was vulnerability. That was vulnerability. But see, real strong, aggressive male persons are not seen submitting to women on that level. They show women submitting to men. Even if she's a whore, prostitute type, they show men fall and prey to the dazzle. Not because they want to, but because she does put some kind of something on and made them think that she was over that. Okay? Then you just can't fall in love with us because we just regular women. We got to be extraordinary doing something else. So TV has a lot to do with how we see ourselves and how our children see us. Now they even talking about, they even talk about Norfolk on TV and the yeast infection.
Oh, yeah.
They putting all this stuff on TV.
Oh, yeah.
Instead of having to take this medication for 7 days, you can take it for 2 now. So that means, brothers, if y'all transmitting that one from her to her, you got 3 days to clean up your ass. Not her, but you. Because what's happening is most women don't get vaginal infections unless they're with a male who's over there and over there and over there. Your stuff is your stuff. It ain't gonna mess you up. unless you have diabetes or some other ailment that puts your natural bacteria out of sync. Okay? So if you're diabetic, you will look for vaginal infections. Okay? But if you're not diabetic and you're young and strong, your organisms are yours. But coming home on somebody else's whatever, going someplace else, it gets mixed up in there. So now they're telling you, don't even worry about going to the doctor, just go to the drugstore and get it fixed up. Alright? So now you're thinking you're treating maybe a little yeast infection, but you might have chlamydia. That's going to blind your babies if you're pregnant. Okay? Herpes is going to blind your baby if you're pregnant. So you have women who are ignorant to that. So now they get pregnant, have a baby, and come through the birth canal, and you see a lesion, 2 legs. They can go to the clinic, so nobody knows they have chlamydia. Nobody knows they have this, that, and the other. So the baby is blind. Okay? These are ways of, that give you more power to treat yourself, than get back to the roots and the earth. And we don't look at each other. Women be like, closing up and all this kind of stuff. We used to be able to look at each other, your mama, your aunt, your grandmother, see what's going on, see how your stuff gonna get. No more. Brothers used to be able to go in the bathroom and do what they got to do. Now the brothers looking at the brothers. You in the bathroom and another brother looking at you. You ready to leave. Okay, it wasn't sinful to look upon each other in a man or woman type of way, just out of curiosity. And so now everything is so hidden and hid down that the basic symbols of life, nudity, okay, we have gotten ashamed of ourselves. So now we are picked up everybody else's thing.
That's right.
You see people embracing the street, hug each other, and be like this. Or their bodies be like this. You ever see somebody give you a hug and be like this? Okay, but because it's based on, hold that nigga, hold that nigga. I ain't never seen that nigga around you before. Or the woman be the same way. Well, holy shit. And we all got this thing over us. Okay? Possession. We don't need to get hung up in that. So even if we get back into our regular, like forks, look at your forks and spoons. Forks. That's a weapon. Spoon is more kinder. Bowl is more kinder. Round. Okay? We have to look at certain things that our children look at us. Right on down to the type of food. You watch people eating, they're very aggressive, very fast, very serious. People are dangerous. Very dangerous. Eating and taking and looking and wanting yours. Those are dangerous people. And if you watch your children, you'll see which one of those children do that. You got to get help. And he'll be waiting there for you to leave. Waiting. You ain't eating fast enough. Maybe you don't want it. Take it. I know we have people like this in the family. And then you have people just slow and eat and think and just be messing with the food, and you want to wash the dishes and get the house cleaned up, and they just still in there. Those are the compassionate people. Those are the sympathetic people. You have to know each one of your family members because they're using things on them, subliminal things in school. You could be the eraser monitor, okay? You all have to, what is an eraser monitor? The chalk monitor. Just to be considered by a teacher to do something, that was an honor. What can you do with eraser and chalk? Instead of cookie monitor. You ate up 3-4 cookies before you handed them out. I was just trying to bring a little laughter but clarity. When you were young, look at certain things you did and then certain things people choose you to do. Somebody clean the baby, take the pamper, give it to you. Why? Because it's right. They felt you're responsible, you get rid of it right. Okay, then you have somebody, let the baby stay in that pamper for hours. And when you come, check it to see if there's peas or something. They wasn't going to change it. You. They know who they choose. More thorough. Or you ask somebody, what y'all want to eat for dinner? And you, I don't know, whatever. Instead of saying, this is what we're going to eat. Okay, you can find out what type of person you are by what people choose you to do. They're not going to choose you to do something that they don't think you can do. If somebody going to ask you to meet there at Penn Station 5 after 12 on a rainy, snow blizzard day with $25 to give them if they didn't think that you would find a way to do it. Just people that they run with every day ain't going to do it. What man, you must be crazy. Why don't you call Drew? She might be able to get you to $25 downtown. No, if I can't, I ain't know who am I going to call and say, can you give me $25 to bring downtown to give to somebody at the Penn Station? So they figured right then and there, she'll bring it down. So they know who they're choosing. If you know who you are, then you're able to deal with certain things. If we look at the structure in our buildings, in our communities, when we were growing up, we used to have buildings that were 2 and 3 stories. Fire escape. Back doors that open. Basements that you can go into and come in all hours of the night and nobody bothers you. Alleys that you can play in. Not anymore. The back doors, welded. The fire escape broke. Okay? And don't be in the alleyway at night because you're in there with some other folks doing some weird stuff. Your community is not safe. You used to be able to go to the store 12, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, sing on the way there and sing on the way back. Can't do that anymore either. These are other signs that you know what time it is. Okay? And now we get into signs and symbols of people wearing stuff. Okay? I mean, if you're wearing clothes that symbolically represent a certain, not just a certain people, but a time frame. I saw the brothers yesterday. They used to be in New York on 125th Street. Are they black Israelites? I don't think they're black Israelites, but they deal with the Jewish religion. And they wear the spikes around their arms. Yeah. And the boots. Right? And I felt a thump in my gut. I felt a thump because I had went to New York about 5 months ago. And I was just crossing the street and the brother saw me dressed like this. You're not an African. This is a grown man. Probably got 3 or 4 kids. Okay? And just seeing me like this, and he got his little stuff on to represent what he's into. You're not an African. So I tried to be alright and say thank you for telling me that. And I went past him. Now this fire was raging in here. And I don't even eat Geno's or Burger King, whatever it is, Kentucky Fried. But I went in Kentucky Fried and sat down because I really wanted to go at him. I really wanted to harass him back. But the woman's femininity in me said, don't harass that man. He on a mission. Maybe last year before last, he was a nigga in the street doing dope, smoke, coke, man between white women's legs and in jail. This right here might represent something positive to him. So he's moving from one thing to the next. So my spirit not going to harass him. Yesterday on Broad and Market, Friday, either yesterday or the day before, I was coming across the street yesterday, going to the theater yesterday. And that same brother was on a corner on Broad and Market with a group of his brothers, and he was standing on some crates. You call it milk crates looking? And he was preaching the same thing. And I said, you saw him? Yeah. You saw him? I know, yeah. And the 13th, like my busters was doing, I said, I need to get on that buster. I don't want to have to contend with this man. You know? And he was doing this thing, he was just telling these people what they were doing wrong. He's telling them one thing. The brother with the Christian bullhorn was doing another thing. Then the Salam Alaikum brothers was doing something else. And the crazy man is walking back and forth, asking for a nickel and a dime and a whole bit. It was just like all this on me like this. And my eyes caught with his eyes one more time. I said, brother, I surrender. Whatever it is you want to throw at me, spit at me, harass me with, if it makes you feel good, do it. I said, but I must warn you. If you don't get with all those energies in yourself coming at me, all the information that you have is going to be so construed that you're going to be considered a maniac. And you're going to blow out every circuit in your body trying to harass one piece of flesh that you think represents a whole bunch of people. I said, it must be something good in me for you to harass me. Because I don't see anybody spending no time harassing anything bad. Because bad will follow you. It's the good in people that you see, that you harass, because you're not settled with what you're doing yourself. And I got on the wrong bus. Just trying to get out of his way. And he kept looking at me like he going, but he was there yesterday, on the corner of Broad and Market. And symbolically, this aggravated the European missionaries, so they're on the corner too. You see the boys wearing the backpack? Did you see that? Yeah. But they're here already. And for European boys, we want her to stop on Avenue with their books coming to your house at night. Stop on Avenue. I mean, they're not scared of you.
They do. They're not getting mugged either. Nobody
And not getting mugged. That's another
Sister gotta
symbol.
walk down the street, gotta worry about it.
That's another symbol. That they can walk through our community, preaching their gospel, and not feel like they're going to be arrested. It's something wrong.
And throughout the word, they got special mates they
That's
spray
right.
on you.
That's right. Special mates. See, so we need to, if people can come into a circle like this and understand that the pyramids are also another space where old energy comes from and is rejuvenated, we need to incorporate those symbols in our house, whether it's crystals, whether it's water, whether it's light from the candles, whether it's passive colors on one wall and energy colors on another wall. We need to change our food. We need to put spice in the baby's food that are down energy. We need to put up energy for them children that are down and slow. And the ones that are flying high, we need to slow them down with down food. Our girls are missing at the age of 9 and 10. Not normal. Chemistry. Biological upsetness, steroids in the food, french fries, formaldehyde, all this stuff. The same with the men. We have a high incidence now of male testosterone that's kicking the men in the butt and they're getting prostate cancer. Our men didn't get that. We didn't hear about that kind of cancer in our men till they was like 70, 75, and then they just died. You figure they died of old age. They wasn't getting prostatic cancer at 40 and 45 years old. This young brother standing downtown on the concrete, not sufficient shoes, concrete, gravity pulls your testicles down. 16 pounds per square inch of all kind of gravity pressing on your breast, your testicles, your body. You're going to get all kind of things wrong. Cement draws things.
Box is short. No
Yeah.
support.
No support, and they're out there. Now look, they can't keep a 9-to-5 job because they don't want to work for the crowd. I can understand that. You got 5 different kind of Muslims on one corner. Okay, nobody wants to pay rent in the building. They have your own building with your own signs and symbols on the wall. Okay, you can't come to the conclusion that you're all praying to the one Allah. You got several ways to pray, to pray, to pray, to pray, to pray. And you still can't buy up one building on one of those corners that you dominate. That's a sign for us that we're scared of the growth. We're scared of being independent. We're scared of being powerful. Scared to unite. We have to stop. We have to stop. I mean, if you rent the space, find out who the space belongs to. All the spaces, trust me, they're owned by European Arabs. I did my homework. Go right up there. All the records don't lie. Just because you're in a building occupied by you, your name is not on that deed. You don't own it. So if you don't own a thing, it's not yours. And even if your name is on the deed, they can come blow it away. They can come take you out of it. You saw the highway construction over in the weak work section. You used to be able to walk across. You can't now. The big old, the 280 is big. You can't get out. Okay? Yes. And you can run a tank through all of the byways and highways. Okay? I watched them put a generator over in that new building by Penn Station. I think it's a legal law building now by Penn Station. It's a pink marble building. I watched them put this thing, and the generator is long as Broad Market from Holy Street to Broad Street. The generator was that big, and they had it on the stick. Yes, and it took a long time to get it down the street. And I thought, where is they putting this generator? And it had hieroglyphics on it. Original hieroglyphics on the building. And they put that down in the ground. I watched them put that foundation of the original hieroglyphics on the wall in the base of the building, in the ground. They know what protection to use. All their buildings are protected with our symbols. They have to come to us for these things. But we don't think there are things. They take the oath. They pour libation. They do sacrifice. Anybody deal with any kind of religion that deals with bloodshedding, it's a sacrifice. I don't care what nobody says. Christians deal with the blood and flesh of Jesus Christ. Now y'all talking, that's pagan. Okay, the Muslims slaughter an animal. That's bloodletting. You need to get with these signs and symbols. You say this is pagan, but then you'll do that. If you have a rosary with a bead on the string, what's the difference between prayer beads? And if you deal with before the prayer bead, it was a rock.